The Johns are back for 3 and D. And, John, when you take a look at what Jalen Brunson has done for this team, not saying he should be the MVP, but when you look at those odds, you think he should at least be more in the discussion?
Absolutely. Number one, you see how he responded in the face of adversity coming off the injury, taking on the load to carry this team when they were streaking after the OG Anunoby trade, stepping up in that responsibility. He's a gamer at Madison Square Garden, right? But I want to give a shout-out real quick to Tommy Beer because he brought up some of these statistics that I want to read off because these really put into context how good Brunson's been. More points this year than Jokic or Jason Tatum. More assists than SGA or Dame. More threes than James Harden or Donovan Mitchell. And a higher three-point percentage than Steph Curry. This is an elite-caliber season that Jalen Brunson is having. He absolutely should be more in that MVP conversation.
It would obviously help him if the Knicks could move up to the 3 or 2 spot.
And that might be the difference, Eamon.
That definitely would be the difference. All right, we saw Isaiah Hartenstein leave Saturday's game with a sore ankle, but the big sneeze, Precious Achiuwa, recorded a double-double. Mitchell Robinson's already hurt, so, JJ, if Hartenstein has to miss some time, are the Knicks okay to ride it out, or do they need to make a move for a big right now?
So, in a perfect world, they'd go and make a trade for a big, but it takes two to tango. So, teams are going to look at the Knicks situation. They know they're already without Mitchell Robinson, and they might try and up that asking price because of what's going on with Isaiah Hartenstein. So I think for the time being, the Knicks kind of got to sit idle. I know it's not ideal. I know you're talking about Achiuwa. I know you're talking about Jericho Sims. Yeah, I know that's the big situation at this point in time for the Knickerbockers, but that's what I'm riding out for at least a week or two. We'll get closer to the NBA trade deadline. Maybe the asking price comes down on a couple of these backup bigs, and the Knicks can go and get themselves another body in there.
Hartenstein was playing a ton of minutes, so that is a void if he goes out for an extended period of time. All right, speaking of moves, Ian Begley has mentioned Bruce Brown and Jordan Clarkson as potential trade targets. That seems to fit all right with Brown, as he had this to say to the Post, quote, "I'm a dog. I play extremely hard on both ends of the floor. I can do just about whatever Tibbs needs me to do. I play extremely hard. I would think I'm the type of player that he likes." Basically, bring me to New York. So he seems to like lobbying for a move here. John, who would you prefer the Knicks make a move for, Brown or Clarkson?
I think both would be great options, but Brown is the type of guy who adds championship pedigree to your squad, and that matters in New York City. He's battle-tested in New York. He played with Brooklyn on good Brooklyn teams, which is obviously going to help. Averages about 25 minutes a game, plays his heart out. He's versatile in the positions that he brings to the floor for Tibbs. I mean, he basically tried to sell himself in that quote right there. He clearly wants to be here. I think that he would add the necessary depth that, JJ, you talked about the injuries just before. Every NBA team goes through that at some point in their season. The Magic are going through that right now, and they've dropped all the way back. So a talent like Bruce Brown would continue to balance out the Knicks lineup, and I'd be all in on him.
Listen, all of the above for me. Anybody who can go and shoot it and be a backup to Jalen Brunson and provide exactly what they need coming off the bench is A-OK in my book. So you tell me Clarkson great, you tell me Brown great, you tell me Malcolm Brogdon and DeMar DeRozan. I'm in on all these guys. But because of the sales pitch, more than anything else, I am a sucker for a good sales pitch. I got a great sales pitch from Bruce Brown. He won a championship with the Nuggets. You know what? You won me over right there, Brown. It's by the hair on his chinny chin chin, but I'll say the sales pitch is the difference.
If you're in New York, it's a sales pitch. If you're in Toronto, it's called tampering. What are you willing to give up? Fournier to number one?
I would do that because the Knicks are in a position where they have so many draft picks. They can be accessible when it comes to moving one or two. You know, normally you'd say, oh, you got all these first-round picks. You want to hold on to as many as you can. They have so many, Eamon, they can push the limit here a little bit.
As our friend CeeLo would say, the war chest of draft picks that the Knicks have. If you want to get better, you got to pay the price.
Just get me DeMar DeRozan with him. That's who I want. All right, Knicks back on the court Tuesday against the Nets. These guys will be back later on in the show.